In this video, you will learn one of many different application techniques for the Aqua-Stain UV. By using water in a spray bottle to apply the stain, we are able to create some beautiful mottled effects. It is always a good idea to sand the edges and the surface first. This will remove any minor imperfections and help open the concrete to better accept the stain. Here we are using a gem pad to knock the burrs off the edge. Not shown in this video, the top was sanded with 120 and 220 grit paper on an orbital palm sander. The concrete should be cleaned with water and a rag to remove any dust or debris before staining or sealing. Also, it is very important to make sample pieces and test the color before going full scale. For this particular staining technique, we first mist the concrete with water. This will slow the absorption of stain, which gives more working time. It also allows stain to bleed out so you get natural variations and color blending. Then we begin to mist on the stain from a spray bottle. We are going to start with fawn, which is a medium brown. It is normally a good idea to start with lighter colors and go darker. You can always go back over with the lighter color once the stain's dry. In this video, you will notice that we are staining our white concrete mix that has been cast with a hard steel trowel finish. This technique will work on gray concrete or just about any other color. It is important to realize that the base color of the concrete, as well as the porosity and several other factors, may affect the color and intensity of the stain. That is why it is important to test colors first. For the sake of saving some time, we are going to speed the video up. You will notice how the stains are just being sprayed at random. When doing this staining technique, it is important to go with the flow. There is no right or wrong way to apply the stain. Trying to be too precise will often show in the final product. We're now switching to hazelnut, which is also a lighter tan color. As the stains are applied, you will start to get the feel for what the final outcome may be. However, the appearance will continue to change as the stains spread out and absorb into the concrete, so keep this in mind. You will notice how one color is being applied over other colors while they are still wet. This will let them blend together and form new colors. If you were to let one color completely dry before applying another, you will get a different look. It is also worth noting that this was done outside as a demo for a training class. When doing this inside on top of cabinets, it will be important to hang plastic to protect your cabinets and floors. Now we are switching to espresso, which is a very dark brown. This will be used to deepen the color and add highlights. Notice how the stain is being applied in a linear diagonal pattern. This is going to help simulate striations you see in natural stone. Once you have a good base, let the stains dry. When they are dry to the touch, you can assess the look. If you are happy with the outcome, nothing more needs to be done. In this case, we are going for a fairly deep brown with some natural looking veins, and we are not quite there yet. More fawn and espresso are being added to deepen the color. If the concrete is allowed to fully dry, you may want to re-wet the surface with water. Now back to hazelnut. You are starting to see how you can continue to play with the color until you are satisfied. With that said, it can be easy to overdo it where the colors get too dark. It is often a good idea to walk away, let it dry, and then assess. Now that the stain is mostly dry, we can see where we are at. This is starting to look like where we want it to be, so now it's time to add some veins. Instead of misting the stain, we will turn the nozzle to make a fine stream and shoot it across the top at random. Try to remain organic with your movements. Misting the veins with water will cause them to bleed out a bit and look more natural. Perfect. This is what we're looking for. Because it was cast off-site to save time for our training class, we need a few strong guys to set it in place. The lower top was stained with the same method, and then both were sealed. Here's a conference table that was stained with the exact same method, using only black aqua stain and water.